Okay, welcome to another lovely tutorial with me for makeup. Redoing it because there was a few things added from last year and this year. This year's 2021. I have almost the same products as what we've told you to get. The lipstick is not the same, and I think that's it. Oh, and the eyeshadow. So don't freak out, okay? It's pretty much going to be the same, even if my palette or my lipstick is not the exact brand that we told you to get. So, I think the first step would be to put on your foundation. I don't really use a lot, but you use whatever you would like to use for a foundation. Mine's a rub-in. Okay, I would suggest putting powder on at the end, just because you might, need to use some wipes like this to wipe off your little mistakes. So that's how I do it. Anyways. Okay, and then next would be the new eye primer that we have put in our list. This way the eyeshadow will stick better to the eyes and it won't look so faded, especially since we're going to be there for a few hours at a competition. So I just put a little dab on like that. You can use a brush, an eyeshadow brush, but I'm just going to use my finger and it will look a little funky. And you might have to take the excess off, but it eventually will blend in. I'm just going like this. Okay. Might look a little white, but that's okay because it's going to help the white eyeshadow that we're going to put on. So just kind of blend it in here and take the excess off. Excess. Well, I can't say that word, can I? Now is the eyeshadow. Again, I do not have the same palette as you, okay? Don't freak out. Going to be using the same colors as you. Okay, so this is still good. That's a good base for my white already, right here. Hopefully the lighting's not too bad. That's all I got. Okay, so I'm just going to go over it with a light white, especially in the creases by your nose. That's where you want the white to show up. Okay, now I'm going to go with the light gray. The light gray. I'm not going to show you my palette because I'm telling you, don't freak out. I'm not using the same palette. The light gray. Okay, you're going to put in the crease of your eye. The crease. And on the lid. But don't go too far into here. Keep that white. The light gray on the crease, not all the way in, and on the lid. And my phone. On the crease and on the lid, the light gray. Okay, now I'm going to go with the little darker gray. Okay, and that's going to go especially on the crease, and we're going to want to make sure this part is darker than the inside. Okay, see how I'm doing that? You can see the darker staying on the outside in the crease and then on the ends of the lid. On the crease and on the ends of the lid. kind of going like that. You can pat it outside of the crease, ends of the lid. I'm going to go a little further in, just a tad more on the crease. So 2/3 of your eyelid, your eye crease, should be with this dark gray. You still want to bring out that white, the light color that we put in. You could always go back and redo the white. Okay, but you can already see the dark gray. Now we're going to do the darkest color. And the darkest color is just going to go on the crease, just to not the crease, the end part right here. Just kind of dab it there. You're not going to go all the way in the crease on this darkest one. You just want to see it on the outside of your eye. You really want to make sure it's going to stand out. So even when you leave your house and it looks ridiculous because it's too dark, that's good. Because then you won't have to reapply it later because it's going to fade. Okay, so you can only kind of see it, the fade going from the light to the dark on my eyelid. That's what you want. Okay, I don't know if you can kind of see that. Might take you a few tries to get all this too, so I would recommend practicing your makeup way before the day of the competition, because that can cause some stress. We don't want that for dancers or for moms. Next is the eyeliner. This is a product you're going to have to get on your own. You can use liquid, you could use a pencil, whatever you would like, as long as it's going to fit your eye color. Like it's going to be black. It needs to be black, not brown. For me, it's easier to do the liquid, so that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't need to be thick. Don't make it too thick because you're going to put the eyelashes on anyways and re-thicken it up. So don't make it too thin. Don't worry about too thin, but don't make it too thick. And don't worry if it's a perfect line because, again, the eyelashes will go over it and hide those imperfect lines. A little trick I like to do is I like to pull my outside of my lid to have my eye flatter so that I can make a straighter line. Turn my, see if you can watch me do it. Yeah, just go back up and touch it up just a bit. Again, you don't need to worry about it too much. There's one eye. Okay, if you can see close. Not a totally straight line, but like I said, doesn't need to be. That's good enough. We're not going to put any underneath right now. No underneath. Just leave it on the top. Okay. Next is going to be your eyelashes. Okay, we're going to do the glitter after the eyelashes. Eyelashes first. If you remember from my first video, if you have seen that, my trick for the eyelashes is using the safety pin to put the glue on so it doesn't glump. That's a new word. Glump all over the eyelash. So these have been used before. They're not brand new. They might look a little clumpy. But I take my glue, and I really recommend using this style of tube and not the cylinder tube, because that glue doesn't stick as well for me than this shape. So I stick my safety pin in there and I get some glue on it. And I'm going to take my eyelash and just spread it on like this, just on the rim. If you have a steadier hand than me, you don't need the safety pin, but I don't have that steady of a hand. Okay. This happens to be my left side eyelash first. Sometimes the eyelashes come with a little applicator. Those don't work too well for me, but you could put it at the end, like so, and stick it on. Okay, I'll try that right now. That didn't work. Here's what happens. I'll go through this. There. Okay, like that. Now, you're going to need to do this probably. I always do, is get the end of some type of brush or something small like this and put some extra glue on it and reinforce the edges, and this glue will dry, so just dab as much as you want in that top corner and end corner. See how white it is? That's fine. It's going to dry clear and you won't even know. Then it's going to be real stuck to your eyelash. Yay. Okay, next one. Again, I'm dipping this in here. Applying it on the edge. So, and if the eyelashes are too long for your eyes, you could always cut them from the long end. Okay. Boom, bam. Might not be perfect, but it's fine. Judges can't tell if they're perfect from the stage. But I am going to redo that one. There we go. Okay, reinforce again on the outer and inner parts of it. Okay, now my other side should be dry enough to put the, there we go. My other side should be dry enough to put the glitter on now. But first, sorry, missed a step. But first, you want to take your brush, hopefully you have like an edge, a small edge brush. And you're going to take that dark eyeshadow you had, again, and you're going to put it in that dark eyeshadow, get a bit on your tip, and then redo that line of eyeliner. So it's going to hide the glue a bit and make your eyeliner thicker, look thicker. Don't have to do it above the lash line, just right on that lash line. Okay, now it's time for the glitter. Yay. Don't know if you have to shake it just in case. Okay, so you want to try to get as much as you can on that brush. You might take a few strokes. You're going to, again, just put it on right on top of that eyelash line. Don't think you can ever have too much glitter. That's what it's looking like so far. Hopefully you can tell with this lighting. But it's the best I got. Sorry. Let's go for the other eye for now. Again, I'm using that trick where I pull my outer eye to make my eye look thinner so it's easier to make a straight line. Definitely gonna need some more. Okay, so you can see. It looks kind of funky with this lighting, but it's there. If you were to step back, hopefully you would see my glitter from here. I can in the mirror. I'm just going to put a little bit more. Okay, so now that both eyelashes are on with the glitter and everything, you could go back and just touch up your eyeshadow. You might have touched it when you were, putting on your eyeliner or eyelashes. So just the outside, just touch up that dark spot. Just little dabs. Okay. Now we didn't tell you to do anything with your eyebrows, and you don't have to. But if you want to, I'll show you what I do. I'm not a makeup artist, guys. I do what I know, and that's it. So I do have an eyelash pencil, but you could just go over with brown eyeshadow as well. Just make it a little darker. That's all you have to do. If you're using the pencil, just a little brush there. Your parents might know this. Moms, you might know this. Just highlight the shape of your brow. Make an outline of it. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just making them a little darker because with all your dark makeup, your eyebrows might fade away on stage. And like I said, if you have brown eyeshadow, or if you already have brown eyebrow shadow, you can go ahead and apply it just so that your eyebrows don't fade away. But you do not have to do this step. Do not have to do this step. This is just an added thing. Okay? That's it. I don't recommend putting mascara over your false eyelashes because you cannot reuse them as many times. If you do that, they get all clumpy, just like if your eyelashes were to get clumpy if you kept reapplying mascara. If you have mascara, you can put it on the bottom lashes. You do not have to, but I do not recommend putting it on your top lashes with the false. Again, another step you do not have to do. A step you do have to do. Not with the products, or not with any products we specifically told you to get, but you will need to either reapply your foundation and or powder up. So just a little dab there, so you don't shine too much on stage. Avoid your eye area. You will need to use blush. I don't have blush, but I'll show you how I would apply it. Okay. That's my powder. Make sure you don't have like a line right there. Yeah. Blend it down. Let's pretend this is my blush, even though it's bronzer. Don't freak out. Pretend it's blush. You would just go like this. You could smile. Go from your cheekbones. Okay. It's not going to show up too much with my bronzer, but with blush it will. Just from your cheekbones, just blending it there. The last thing is the lipstick. That's the last thing, the last thing, the last thing. You might not even apply it until you get to the competition. Again, these are products that are not the ones we told you to get, but they are similar, so don't freak out. I'm going to show you the same steps. Lip liner first, starting with outlining your lip shape. Top and bottom. Okay. Then we would fill in with the lip liner. Fill your whole lips, all your lips, both your lips, with the lip liner. That way, if your lipstick were to rub off, this is an extra layer. Kind of like a kissing shape, so you get a little bit of the inside. Okay, that was the lip liner. Then you would put the lipstick on. This is not the same you have or were told to get, but you do the same steps. You just go over it. Get a little bit of the inside. Since this is a darker color, you don't want that pink on your lip to show through. Yeah, a little bit like that. And then, I think that's it, guys. So if you have any questions, let Brandy or I know. Hopefully this video was helpful, better than the last one since we have some updated products. And patience, don't freak out, and practice before the first competition. You're going to need practice if you have never done this before. Okay.